been a while since I've posted. Against all odds and everything I've said on this channel, it's true. I have a girlfriend now, and I'm also no longer a virgin. I want to share this story not only because it's cool and it kind of fits on the channel, but also because I want it to be a spark of hope. I know exactly what it feels like to feel that there's no one out there for you, you're never going to find anyone, and you're just gonna die alone. That is exactly how I felt. And as well, is that I wanted a relationship, but just never really believed in any sort of true love. I believed that true love in my generation was dead, and there was no way of finding anyone that's trustworthy enough to uphold a serious relationship. So then, I was more into, okay, well, how about I just do hookups? How about I just do what everyone else is doing? And I even had no luck with that. The farthest I was able to get was just making out, and that was it. I was only able to get my first kiss, and that was it. Nothing else. So that entirely made me just lose hope in everything. I felt like I was just never going to find anyone. Sure, I had a good friend along the way, but I felt like I was truly going to die alone. I felt like I was just going to be unloved for the rest of my life. Even though I'm young, the reason why I said for the rest of my life is because I already figured that I wasn't going to be living a full life. With what I already had in mind of doing and some of the stupid stuff that I would be doing later on, I already knew that it was only a matter of time until there was one slip up, one mistake with what I'm doing, and it's all over. It's done. I've said to everyone, I would be surprised if I'm not dead or arrested by 25. And the longer I go and the more I build up my tolerance for adrenaline and stuff like that, it's only going to be more and more dangerous and more risky. And it was so much easier to do a lot of the stupid stuff that I've been doing because I felt like I had no one that really needed to care about me in the end. Sure, it would have sucked if they lost me, but oh well, let's move on. That's pretty much how it felt for me. I wanted someone that wasn't my parents that I felt like could care about me. The only unconditional love that I could have felt would have really been for my mom. Even my dad's love was kind of here and there. So not having a girlfriend or not having a friend to text you and make sure you're okay, that always just kind of bothered me because it felt like something that other people had, but I didn't. And I know it's being greedy in a way with love, where my mom's love wasn't enough. But it's just that I was longing for something else because, I mean, in the end, I wanted romantic love. I wanted to be intimate with someone else. I'm not doing that with my mom. So how I even met her in the first place? We go back all the way to preschool. We've pretty much been childhood best friends for a very long time. And the thing is, I never really knew that she kind of changed up. Initially, I knew that she would be a cool friend, but for me, I felt like our personalities at the time were really conflicting. Sometimes she was a bit more chaotic for my liking, and I was a lot more chill and relaxed, and I didn't want that. So eventually, I get bored. I try and reach out to a bunch of old high school friends or whatever to be like, hey, maybe let's meet up or something like that. I am absolutely bored out of my mind here, and we need to maybe do something. I don't know. So she gets back to me, and she kind of wanted to do the same thing. Turns out that she was stuck at home a lot, and I know her household isn't the best situation. So just like me, she wants nothing more than to just get out of the house and meet new people. So that's pretty much something that we could at least have in common, and we met up again. So I took her out for some places to go, and we eventually got back to my house. My parents haven't seen her in a long time, just talking whatever. So I had kind of a scheduled thing with some of my friends, so I kind of felt bad that she had to just sit off to the side and she had to listen to me talking with my friends, but it was okay. It went by really quickly, and by then we kind of were able to just spend more time together. So naturally, because I wanted more of a relationship kind of thing, and because in general I've been a lot more bold lately, I am sometimes very physical, as in I do like to hug, I do like to cuddle, things like that. But obviously if I'm meeting someone for the first time, I'm not going to go all the way unless I kind of get those cues. So already with her, I know her, she knows me. We don't need to go through that whole talking stage because we've known each other for a very long time. So we're watching videos and stuff on my phone, and I put my arm around her, and she instantly pretty much comes like right next to me, like her head against my neck. And I was like, all right, okay. And then I don't even remember what we were talking about, and then eventually I kind of just went for it. and she went for it too. So we started making out a little bit, and then took it to the bedroom, and then, yeah, I'll spare the details, but the only thing I really have to say is it's a good thing my parents are very heavy sleepers. But that entire night, it just didn't feel real. Like, it genuinely felt like it was just a dream. It felt like none of that actually happened, and I should just be waking up and just be as miserable and depressed as when I was before. And it turns out she felt the exact same way. When it came to relationships, we both had situations where we just met the wrong people at the wrong time. For me, everything was pretty much more online. Nothing was really physical. But for her, she had more of a physical relationship where it didn't even turn out that she ended up having a boyfriend. It was just a whole situationship and him absolutely wasting her time. And remember what I said before with I wanted to have my first time with a virgin, but eventually that just kind of went out the window because obviously I just didn't believe in finding a virgin my age at all. For me, it was hard enough to find a woman as it was, let alone finding a virgin. So that just went out very quickly. So long story short, she took my V card, but I didn't take hers. But either way, she actually really regretted everything in the past and kind of wished that she did lose her virginity to me. Which, if anything, that kind of changed my perspective on a lot. Because I've been told by even one of my close friends that he had it for the first time, and he said it was just completely overrated. He said it was nothing crazy, it was just overrated. But for me, my first time, it felt very different. And from what she said, she basically felt like I actually did take her V card. She actually did feel like she lost it for the first time. And because the chemistry was just all there, and I guess for whatever reason, I just ended up being the most experienced virgin in history. So in a sense, it is definitely true where you do want to try and lose it to the right person. And for me, I feel like that definitely happened. I know that we have a relationship with each other where worst case scenario, if it were to break up, we could at least still see each other eye to eye and we could still be really good friends. Of course it's gonna suck, of course it's gonna feel a little bit awkward at first, but I know how we both are and I know how that will make it work. The only thing that really does have me on side though is what would have happened if none of this ever happened. Which if anything, I'd rather put it in another video because it is a lot to talk about. So that's gonna be it for this video, and until next time.